afternoon or evening, everybody. This is Travis with Contractor Verified and Allure Real Estate. And I am here with the always wonderful and talented Emma, Blue Collar Barbie, and also Contractor Verified. Huh?
I said it says Blue Collar Barbie on here twice. Emma, Blue Collar Barbie.
Just gotta really reiterate that and hammer it. But as always, give me about 15 seconds. I'm going to share it to the Contractor Verified groups, and Emma actually is going to work on something real quick instead of just awkwardly staring off into the distance. So
first time in forever.
I mean, it's still kind of awkward.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we're on FaceTime right now. Oh my God, I know exactly what we're going to talk about for this one, Travis.
Oh, well, that's fun. All right, San Antonio, Dallas, Waco, Austin, Houston, and Victoria. All right, boom. So let's roll. First off, sorry we missed y'all last week. I think I was in the midst of doing a Houston to Victoria to Austin triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore just did not have the opportunity to do our podcast. We were going to have Tambourine on last week. Luckily, she had already let us know she wasn't going to be able to make it. She'll be joining us later this month. That'll be super exciting. But yeah, we're back for this week. And so we have two events that have happened since then that we want to talk about. First we have three since then. We had the Austin Golfinity event, which if you've seen the video, if you went, we had over 100 people there. So it was a great turnout. Our sponsors were amazing. We were able to put quite a bit into the drink and food beverage budget, plus a lot of other things. So shout out to the sponsors for that, including the giveaways and whatnot. And I thought it was a lot of fun. Emma, what'd you think?
It was so much fun. I had a blast.
I did too. I crushed a few margaritas
and 0 golf balls.
What's that?
And we hit 0 golf balls.
Yes, we did not hit any golf balls, but I mean, to be fair, that's for other folks to do. We're basically working during the event. So
but it's like fun work.
Oh, it's a blast.
It's just like yapping.
Yeah, I'm fantastic at drinking and talking at the same time. So
really good at multitasking.
Exactly. Well, I mean, that's probably the only thing I can multitask at. So anything else, if I'm on the phone, Lily can immediately tell if I'm on the phone with her and I start typing or doing something, because she'll just start yelling at me to focus.
You're not good at multitasking in that.
No, I'm not at all.
Aspect.
But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then the very next night we rallied, and we had an event in San Antonio at
Pix Bar. Pix.
There we go. Kind of a small crowd, but some really cool people that we got to meet and connect with. And what we are finding out is we do not want to have our events in bars. So if you're listening to this or you hear this, because we usually have about 400 or 500 people listen to this live, and then about 2,000 to 5,000 listen to it over the next week. If you hear this, whether tonight or during the next week, if you have a showroom that can host an event in the Houston area, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, in San Antonio, and Austin, we want to talk to you. We just would like to use your place. You'll get a ton of free marketing out of it, and we will absolutely promote your business. You'll have more people in your showrooms in one night than you'll have in an entire month. So if you have a showroom and you get that kind of traffic in there, talk to us because we're looking to partner with local businesses. Bars are cool and they serve as kind of like a, just like a casual type of meetup, but we're really trying to add educational things to these things. We're really trying to add giveaways to the events, and it just works better in showrooms when we have as Jesse likes to say, more control over the environment. So showrooms are really what we're going for.
Yep. But that was a good spot that we went to for San Antonio.
It was a nice bar, and they had a burger bar, which I was down for because I hadn't eaten all day. That was another day where I drove from Austin to Kerrville to San Antonio to Kerrville to Pflugerville because nobody in the Hill Country has a freaking Tesla charger.
Because people in the Hill Country don't drive Teslas. Travis is just very mad about that.
I'm still salty. I lost 3 hours of my life because I'm not even going to go into the story, but like the trials and tribulations.
You know what would be such a good solution?
What?
A car that takes gas.
No, because then I'll be paying way more to drive all over Texas. How's that going for you in a car that takes gas?
Okay, you got me there.
Right? Like it's $15 for me to drive to Houston and back.
Cannot relate.
And then so last week we had the Houston event, which was at the Little Woodrows and Katy, and that was actually
a good
I think we agree our favorite Houston event so far.
Mm-hmm.
Just really cool people came out that night. And we made it seemed like every person that we talked to was interested in the mission of Contractor Verified. We're still talking to a lot of them now. They want to get involved. They want to be a part of the group. They want to be active. And so really excited about that.
I loved that event. And it was just such a good turnout. Like the amount of people that just like showed up and had that much interest in it was just like, I don't know, it was cool.
We are pumping each one of these events. We pump in a minimum of $100 advertising for these. When we have sponsors, we pump a lot more. That way, everybody sees the banners. For example, the banner that we made for Golfinity. That banner was seen on various ads and on various platforms that by a combined 1.2 million people. So that is fantastic exposure just through our platform reach that we have, whether it's in the group or whether it's, even on my personal page. Sometimes I'll post stuff on there because it'll get some pretty good traction.
You get a lot of traction on your personal page.
Yes, people like to start discussing. All for it. As a general rule, I don't participate. Like if it gets political, like they could talk about politics, but I'm not a political person. I'm not going to get into those. Every once in a while, though, like I'll dip down and crack some jokes. But there's just like I'm really blessed with a lot of really intelligent friends who have a lot of really cool things to add. And also, they're pretty funny most of the time. They're a lot funnier than I am. I think that's actually why people go there, is just to see what everybody else says. Nobody really cares what I say, right? So where are we going tomorrow, Emma?
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me.
You're like cutting in and out like bad.
Hold on.
If you could fix that.
How about now?
Okay, good. Did you ask where we're going?
Yeah.
We're going to Fort Worth. I can't wait. I've never been to Fort Worth.
Oh, you are going to love Fort Worth. Fort Worth has its own beauty, its own super cool architecture. The downtown area is amazing. And I just checked our Facebook event page for that one. We have 116 responses. And I've talked to some other people on the phone who are actually going to be traveling from various areas to that one. So, and I'm hoping to meet. So I've started going to some networking events that aren't contractor verified in Houston to grow our brand there. Starting with the Net, hosted by Melissa and Jackie. And then I want to find something similar to that. I'm going to be going to NIA meetings, and there's going to be an NIA thing coming that we'll be announcing here pretty soon, run by Justin Kessel here in Austin. Start going to those, and then I need to find something in Dallas. It's going to be making probably 3 or 4 trips to each of those cities a month for the next 6 months, 9 months, a year, until we get that level of community and activity that we have going here in Austin. So, but I'm excited about it, and I love to drive, and my playlist is getting better and better. So
that is something I have got to fix when we go on these trips. I have been listening to like these same exact songs since we started doing this.
You got to get some podcasts.
I know. I really do.
I know of a good one. It's even on Spotify.
Really?
What's this one?
Oh,
you yourself talk. She doesn't want to do that for 3 hours, right?
I cannot. I hate hearing myself like on a video, like hearing myself talk whenever I'm editing videos and stuff. Or
yes, I feel like how I sound, and I'm sure everybody's like this, how I think I sound is not how I sound whenever I listen to the videos again. Like my voice
and then
sounds a little bit higher than I actually think it is. I felt like I have a deep voice, but then I listen to these videos and I'm like,
dude, think about how I feel whenever I'm sitting there having to edit it and watch it over and over and over again. I'm like, oh my God. By the end of it, I'm like sick of it.
Right. All right. So we're going to be at Malone's on Thursday. And then next Thursday, we're going to be at Prohibition. We have, just for the group itself, we're working on website. And I just talked to Lily like 10 minutes before it came on air. We're actually going to, and I need to reach out to Julie Wilder of the Waco group. We're actually going to launch the Victoria and Waco websites because we're going to do these launches in a different way that I think will help us start off a little bit quicker. And so coming very soon to Victoria and Waco is the verification process and the websites. And eventually, pretty sooner rather than later, we'll start doing some events there. And Emma, when you go to Victoria, you will get to experience what real Mexican food is like.
I can't wait because you're talking a lot of talk right now.
I'm just saying, like, one trip to Ventura's will literally change your life.
You know, I have a friend that's from Victoria.
Really? There's a few.
She never said anything about the Mexican food, though, ever.
Well, I mean, she might just have bad taste.
That could be.
To me, that's about like that, and the nostalgia and the friends that I still have there is about what it's got going for it. You know, I miss the food. They don't have any good national places there, but they have some really good local places. Probably just because I grew up on that flavor, but yeah. Speaking of food, Emma, what do you got there?
So here is what we're discussing today, y'all. Travis loves to talk about food, and Travis also has foods that he absolutely hates and refuses to eat. So I would like
you to long
list the top 3 that you would like not eat.
Oh man. Green beans, broccoli, and coffee's a drink.
You don't like coffee?
No, I don't drink caffeine. There's a medical story behind that, anxiety and blood pressure and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Green beans, broccoli, and watermelon.
All right, here I have pulled up some interesting pictures of food, and you need to pick if you would rather eat this or a bowl of one of those foods.
Wait, you don't get off that easy though. What are the three top foods that you cannot eat? This is important information.
Okay, peas. I will not.
God, yeah.
I will not eat peas. I don't think there's like anything else really.
Damn. So you got that wide of a. You'll eat like all the types of Indian food and Korean food and. Okay, you met Pranav, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next time we go to Houston, we're gonna get Pranav.
You'll keep saying that.
We are going to do that. We have to do it. He's been dying to take us there. We have to go, and it'll be fun. There's actually a couple things. I'll talk to you on a work call or whatever, but there's a couple of Houston things that you might be very interested in. Okay, peas, and that's it. Why do they put peas in fried rice? I feel like peas ruin the texture.
I don't know.
Of fried rice, and I don't like that.
I don't know. I feel like peas is like the only thing that like I absolutely will not eat. I don't really like. I can't think of anything else.
You'd eat like raw squid.
I probably wouldn't have that.
Beetles.
Okay. Beetles? Do people eat beetles?
Oh, people all over the world eat crickets.
On the regular? Beetles. Like this?
Yeah, they actually put them on kebabs, and they just like roast the bugs and they eat them. There's a lot of culture. It's a delicacy.
That's my 3 then. Peas, squid, or freaking beetles. I hate bugs, so I would never. All right. The first one we have here is a New England clam chowder can, but they dumped the can in a popsicle freezer, and you would have to eat that.
What is the alternative?
Whatever your 3 foods were. Which one would you rather eat? Look at it again.
I'm not eating that. All right. That's disgusting. I also don't like soup. So like, even if it was regular soup, I wouldn't like it, much less in a cold clam chowder. I'd have to go with gun to my head, broccoli.
Sorry, my dog's going crazy. Broccoli?
Yeah.
Broccoli is so good.
Cricket's just excited about going to Fort Worth tomorrow.
Cricket's not coming to Fort Worth tomorrow. She has a babysitter.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes, it is.
I'm not sure that pub would have been, because it's kind of a smaller pub. I'm not sure that would have been the best place for her. So that's
might be that's a long time. She has something. Hold on. And that's a long time to be in the car for her.
Right. That's fair.
So I would rather eat. I would.
Let's just keep it to peas or clam chowder on a stick.
Yeah. I would like a whole bowl.
I mean, it's not a bowl, bro. It's on a stick. Or are you talking about for peas? Like a solid side of them. Like you're not just getting like 3 or 4 on that plate.
I guess peas, but I would not enjoy it at all. Like I would be like literally crying.
I'm afraid I would gag.
I gotta tell you why I have this deal with peas.
Okay.
When I was like, I think I was like 3. My mom had me in like an in-home daycare with this lady, and there were like a bunch of us children, and she would make us eat peas. And one day I didn't want to eat the peas, so I just stuffed them all in my mouth, and I thought that I could like get away with it just like holding them in my cheek. And my favorite candy when I was little was a Tootsie Roll. And she was like, if you eat the peas, like you can have this Tootsie Roll. So I was like, okay. So I acted like I swallowed the peas and I ate the Tootsie Roll at the same time as the peas.
Oh.
And that turned into a disaster. And ever since then, I won't eat peas.
I
can't
feel you on that. That
And
brings to
also,
mind.
they're just gross.
That brings to mind apple juice. One time,
Apple juice.
yes, because one of the first times I ever went out and partied, I liked this girl and we were all drinking, and I had a bottle of vodka. I didn't bring a mixer. Rookie move, like it was one of my first times. And the dude at the house is like, well, I got this bottle of apple juice. And I'm like, juice is juice, right? Wrong. And let me tell you something. First off, I had no idea how much vodka I was drinking. Second off, apple juice has got to be the worst mixer I've ever gone through in my entire life. What really impressed that girl, I'm sure, was the fact that I got sick for probably the next like 3 hours, you know? So like out the window that went. And to this day, if I smell apple juice, I can't. And even honestly, if I smell like orange, like the Minute Maid orange juice, I still smell vodka.
I love apple juice. I love it.
I'm out of juices because they all got ruined by vodka and tequila.
Well, you kind of did it to yourself then.
No, vodka did it.
Right. Okay, next up. Would you rather eat this meal or a bowl of green beans?
English breakfast. I can't with the baked beans on that. Like, and I like beans and I like toast and I like eggs, but those three things like that, something about it makes me queasy. Is it bad that I'm going to go broccoli again? Or you said bowl of peas. Man.
Yeah, mine is peas. Yours. Oh, do you not like peas either?
Oh, I hate peas. See, I could do the broccoli before I could do the peas. Like, I might actually choose that plate over the peas.
No way.
It's a proper English breakfast. That's how they eat breakfast over there.
Baked beans with an over easy egg on toast?
Oh yeah. I promise you. I have some British friends. They love that shit. I told them, I was like, World War II ended 80 years ago, guys. We don't have to eat like it's still going on. But honestly, these days, how expensive eggs are, that's like a gourmet meal. So
that's actually sick. All right, I found one more. This is a good one. What is this on here? I think it's toast with some type of cream and peas.
No, well then no. Why would you even pick that?
But now you need to pick that over one of your other foods.
I mean, I'll pick anything over that.
I would eat raw squid over that.
Dang.
This is like my sleep paralysis demon. What'd you say?
It kind of looks like one, like floating in the sky. It's like toast with cream and
like that is terrifying.
By the way, we have microphones. We're trying to upgrade our setup, and Emma and I got microphones. She got a pink one. I got a black one. But we have a problem that I'm sure some of you run into before.
I got mine in.
Huh?
I got mine in.
I can't. The hole is too big for the knob, so like it's just not.
No, you did it wrong.
I must be.
Yeah, this centerpiece. It just goes right in.
It doesn't though.
I think you might have yours flipped.
We'll mess with it, but we have an upgrade of equipment on the way. So we're starting with mics, and then we're gonna have some new backgrounds because as cool as my closet door looks, and whatever door to the den, that the door to the basement that Emma's rocking over there.
You're such a liar.
Yeah. Steven said warm Hawaiian punch with vodka. I feel you
Ew.
on that, but honestly, I could still go that route. And have you ever had trash can punch?
No. Is that where they pour like a
Oh
bunch
my,
of
we're gonna have to have a
random?
party. So when we do my Christmas, so we might do the Christmas party this year. And tradition for the Christmas party is we'll have to do the trash can punch. So this is what it is. It's in a 5-gallon Culligan water bottle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Into that goes 1 gallon of vodka, 1 bottle of 151, 1 bottle of Everclear, 1 bottle of tequila, and then a bunch of fruit and fruit juices.
That sounds really scary.
Oh yeah, you have like 2 or 3 of those, and you are like,
Dude, I would have like a sip of one and be done.
you can breathe fire off of those things. We used to make them for all of our parties. We actually, I don't remember how we got this, but my old roommate Mark and I, we got a like those Culligan water stands, right? And we would make it in the Culligan water stand and then put it on the stand, and people would go up with the little like red and blue knobs on it and like open it up and like fill their cup. And yeah, that's probably why so many terrible things happened at that house.
That, yeah, would explain it. I love how we're talking about this while I'm wearing this hat.
Well, that's good. Hey, you're rocking it. I'm proud of
I am
you.
rocking. Thanks.
I only, I'm not stopping drinking margaritas.
I do miss my spicy margs.
It's fair, but like you were super on point in Houston. So go for that. Last but not least, I just want to give a shout out to the greatest Super Bowl performance halftime show ever. And we've had like an 8-month build up to it because of the beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. So if you understood the narrative and you understood what Kendrick Lamar was doing, or like me, you're just flat out a Kendrick Lamar fan, you probably loved it. As a hip hop fan, as a Kendrick Lamar fan, the message was on point. What he did was on point. And the fact that he had the entire stadium at the Super Bowl shout the A minor line at Drake is one of the coldest moments in rap history. And I'm here for it. I loved it.
And then I got on my freaking Facebook the next morning and like everyone else was like, I don't get it. That was horrible. I'm like, okay, then just say that you don't understand and move on with your day.
There's people that like, they just don't like that kind of music, and they have interesting ways of voicing their opinions on that sometimes.
My grandma had so much to say about it, but it's so funny because she's just like this little country Southern lady was watching. She hated it.
Yeah, and obviously, like, no music is for everybody, right? Like if country music comes out or like some hair metal comes out, like I'm turning it off immediately. I can't listen to that stuff to save my life. But like you give me some good hip hop, you give me some good rock from, a variety of genres.
Travis loves Nickelback, y'all.
No, I don't. And stop making that a thing, okay?
No, I'm like
Generation Z, Nickelback, no matter, I don't care what anybody ever tells y'all, Nickelback and Creed were never cool.
Yes,
everybody who was into good music, if you listen to Nickelback and Creed, you were like, if you heard that song, it got changed. Nobody jammed that stuff at parties, all right? Like if somebody put on Nickelback at a party, you'd be thrown out of there. All right. And now people are acting like, oh, no, I jammed it this whole time. No, you didn't. Everybody's been talking shit about them this whole time. They're terrible.
No.
I still think they're terrible.
Every time that I played Nickelback in the car and then I see you, you're like, you're killing it today. And it's because of Nickelback. Okay? And I mean that.
I can't with you right now.
Even Lily likes Nickelback. Like, it's literally 2 against 1, and you lost.
Look at this photograph, all right?
Look at this post.
Damn it, Emma. All right. Well, we hit all the stuff that we hit. We're going to be back on. I believe Tambourine might be joining us next week or the week after. I need to check the schedule on that and reach out to her. But we're going to promote that pretty heavily. And then, yeah, if you're in the Fort Worth area, we'll be at Malone's tomorrow night from 7 to 9. And no matter what city you're in, if you are interested in Contractor Verified, you want to hop on a call, you want to have some lunch, I will drive to your city and meet some people and get things going. I'm enjoying having Texas as my office and my playground. So I'm not going to El Paso or the Panhandle, though. That's off limits. But the good places in Texas, I'm all for. So if y'all are down, let me know. I'll be in Houston 3 times next week. And then our event next week is in Austin. And then after that, we're back in San Antonio at a bar. I forget the name of the bar. I'll have it for next week. Maybe we'll have Mallory on with us.
Yeah.
To talk about that one. So as always, thank you, Emma. Cool. You're wonderful. And we will see y'all next week.
Bye.
Yes. I'm sending that straight to